students, so this is problem number 6 on the homework for tonight. Okay, you have an equation with variables on both sides. So what we did in class today was split the sides, and we decided to do one side at a time. So I'm going to cover this side, okay, and then undo all of this so that I can have only one variable term and one constant term. Right now I have a lot of mess here. Okay, so my first step is to distribute over here and distribute over here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This negative 2 needs to be distributed inside the parentheses, so I circle it and then I say negative 2 times 10b, that will give me negative 20b, and then negative 2 times positive 10 will give me negative 20. So I'm done with that part. Now I also have another distributive property to do. So I have to apply it again. This negative 3 is being multiplied by all of this. So I circle it and I say negative 3 times negative 1, that will give me positive 3. Negative 3 times negative 5b, that will give me positive 15, right? Negative times a negative positive, negative times a negative positive. Okay? So I've cleared the parentheses by using distributive property. However, I'm still not done. I don't have only one term with the variable and then one term with the constant. I have a bunch. So now I know that there are like terms over here. So I'm going to go ahead and put those together. I'm going to go color pen here. Okay, so I have the negative 20b and the 15b are like terms. So negative 20b plus 15b will give me negative 5b. Okay, then I have these two that are constants that are also like terms. So negative 20 and positive 3 will give me negative 17. From here, let me make that negative 17 a little bit darker. From here, I finally have, right, a variable term, which is a negative 5b, and I have a constant term, which is the 17 negative, okay? Now I can look at the other side, okay? The other side, I'm super lucky. Look at that. I have a variable term only and a constant term. So it's already simplified. I'm going to just bring it down so they're in the same line. So now I know that I have, excuse the announcement.
To the college prep office. Catherine Diana to the college prep office. Or get a picture.
Okay. So now I have variable, constant on each side, okay? So now my job is to put all the constants in one side and all the variables on the other side. It doesn't matter which one I pick. So the variables are in yellow, all the yellows need to be on one side, the constants are in pink, all the pinks need to be on another side, okay? It doesn't matter, again, which one you do where, okay? So I'll bring this over here. So the inverse, we're going to use inverse operations here to change sides. Okay, so inverse operations to change sides. So if I have minus 5b, the inverse would be positive 5b. And what I do to one side, I'm going to do to the other to maintain the equality. So I'm transferring it over to the other side. These two cancel out. Notice that I aligned them properly. I still have a negative 17 left on this side. Over here I have 10b and plus 13. Okay, so I have my variable over here. My constant is still on different sides. I have constants on both sides. Remember, I want variables on one side and constants on the other. The variables are already here. So that means that this side will be my constant side. So this 13, I have to move it over. All the pinks, the constants, will be here. So I have to do the inverse. So the inverse of positive 13 would be negative 13. What I do to one side, I do to the other to maintain equality. These cancel out. I have 10b left. Okay, and then over here, remember they're both negative, so you add them together. So it will be negative 30. Now I have what I want. I have variables on one side and I have constants on the other side of the equation. Okay? After that, all you have to do usually is either divide or multiply. In this case, if I want b by itself, I would have to do the inverse. 10 and b are being multiplied. This is 10 times b. So the inverse of multiply would be to divide. And I do it to both sides to maintain equality. So here would be b equals -3. Okay, and that would be problem number 6 on your homework today.